Hello traders, Gary Wagner here. Just before 1 o'clock in Honolulu, 7 o'clock in New York on Monday, 4th day of October 2021, and this is the Daily Report for Gold and Silver. We had another showing of upside potential in gold today, with gold gaining double digits, about $12, and silver also showing a respectable gain. There are multiple factors to what we are witnessing today in the rise of gold and silver. We talk about that in our opening letter as well as during the show. One side note, I want to express the caveats I had to the weekend review in which I presented a possible model of a multi-year cycle and temper that by saying that in no way has to do with our current analysis of the shorter term moves in gold and silver. In other words, what will occur over the next couple of months. Although there were multiple factors taking gold $12 higher today, including weakness in U.S. equities and the U.S. dollar, I think that the increased tensions between Taiwan and China were elevated today when the Chinese military sent 52 military aircraft into Taiwan's airspace. Lower U.S. equities as well as dollar weakness also provided bullish momentum for gold. The dollar index lost 0.22% and is currently fixed at 93.84. This first chart that we are looking at is a simple candlestick chart of gold futures. We did get a nice rise and have seen gold trade off of the recent lows beginning on Thursday of last week when we had a $30 plus gain in the market and seeing the market stall at about 1757. That is the 50% retracement level from this data set, which occurs from 1677 up until 1836. On Friday, we saw the market trade with a very narrow range and open and close right about that price point, 1757.30. Today, the market opened well above that price and closed substantially higher, as I said, gaining approximately $12. Currently, on a technical basis, we do see potential for resistance at two price points. The first one occurs at the 50-day moving average, which is currently fixed at 1773.50. And then above that is the 38.2% Fibonacci retracement at $1,776. I also want to address Friday's weekend review in which I talked about a model that is extremely long-term in nature, what we call super cycles, which occur over decades, not months and not years. I talked about the fact that if we look at the long-term view of gold, we have seen since the highs of August last year at 2088, a series of lower highs as well as lower lows. However, on this last high, it did not take out the former high, nor did it take out the former low. We were simply comparing how gold reacted to the actions of the Federal Reserve when they announced tapering and then began to taper, which is this area I'm highlighting here, and reflect how we are seeing gold move right now. It must be noted that as gold moved lower, it did for a period of about a year and a half trade in a consolidated range between these highs here and the lows at approximately 1537 before breaking to a new low. And the note was simply that we have seen a series of lower highs. We have seen a major lower low. Of course, this double bottom gave it an equal low, but that doesn't take into account the short-term volatility and the rallies as well as declines that we will see in gold on a short-term basis. Because on a short-term basis, we could easily see anything occur depending on the fundamental events that develop during that time period. Lastly, the macro view that we presented on Friday is in no way indicative of what we think will happen over the next month or 2 months, but over the next 3 years. That being said, we have seen gold rise and rise strongly on Thursday and then follow through on Friday, as well as trading today. The recent rise in gold has now taken current pricing to what I believe is a potential area for resistance. It is a price band that is based upon 2 factors. First, the 50-day moving average, and secondly, the Fibonacci retracement at 38.2%. That occurs at $1,776, while the 50-day moving average is at $1,770.40. This small red line represents trading overseas, and as you can see, gold opened at that price point and is currently trading just below it. However, this is very recent activity, and we will have to see what gold does as it begins to trade in Asia specifically, and then London tonight. Silver also had a respectable upside move today, gaining almost 17 cents, a net gain of 0.75%, and the December futures is currently fixed at $22.70.5. Silver is currently trading at $22.67.5. It is slightly above the closing price in New York, but at approximately the fixed price that we quoted during the price board section. We believe that the first level of potential resistance, if silver continues to move higher, doesn't occur until approximately $23 an ounce. This is based upon the 50-day moving average that is currently fixed at $22.98. This has been Gary Wagner, wishing you, as always, good trading. We will talk to you tomorrow for the next daily update and review. Bye-bye.